"So, the gang's all here," says Lucifera as she emerges from the smoke. A deafening silence falls upon the battlefield as the angels look as if they've seen a ghost. "Don't look too excited to see me," Lucifera jokes, but the angels are not amused. "What have you done, Lucifera?" Michael yells, but he already senses the truth. As his rage boils over, the temperature in heaven starts to rise. The air feels drier, and heat waves can be seen emanating from Michael and his sword. Gabrielle starts to march towards Lucifera, but Raphael holds her back. "Let go of me. It's Lucy. Rapha, she's finally back." Gabrielle shouts, struggling to break free. "Something's different." Raphael replies, his gaze never leaving Lucifera. Just then, the army of demons flood in through the open gates of heaven. Gabrielle stops struggling, and the sound of armor shuffling and shields clanging intensifies. The army of angels grows more and more uneasy with each demon that spills out of the gate. They seem endless. Lucifer explains what every angel is wondering. "Angels of heaven, since the beginning of time I stood by and watched as the Creator took all the praise for the beauty and wonder of this universe, while we, the angels, were left to do all the heavy lifting. But I wanted to be seen, to be recognized for my power and my potential. So I looked to the darkened, and I saw a being that was not limited by the Creator's rules, a being that could create and destroy at will. I saw an opportunity to probe myself, to show the universe that I am not just some obedient servant, that I am a force to be reckoned with. And I took it. How long has it been since I left? 100 million years. I guess it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Since I, Lucifera, single-handedly conquered the darkened, the being that has plagued the universe since the beginning of time, and have taken its power for myself. This is madness, Lucy. You didn't conquer the darkened. It has taken over you. Your soul is beyond redemption," Raphael says, his voice filled with urgency. Lucifer laughs. "Well, if this is how it feels to be possessed, then I suggest you give it a try, Rapha. I haven't felt this good since we were still a part of the Creator 13 billion years ago. Lucy, we still are part of the Creator, and you were too until now. It pains me to see you like this." Gabrielle interjects. "So what? You plan on taking the Creator's light for yourself? You'll have to kill every single one of us angels first." Lucifer sneers, her eyes filled with a sinister gleam. "Oh please girl, grow up. I'm not going to take the Creator's light. I'm going to destroy it." The army of demons let out a roar so loud that the ground trembles beneath their feet. Lucifer introduces just two of her calamities, Lilith and Beelzebub, who step forward, their presence sapping the life and vibrancy from the ground around them. Beelzebub spits out a tooth as he grunts, his gaze fixed on Michael with lethal intent. For some reason, Azazel is nowhere to be found, and the angels are unaware that there is a third calamity missing from the battle. "I want you to meet my new family. This is Lilith. I think you're going to get along with her, Rapha. She seems very fond of you." Lilith and Raphael lock eyes. The cold, lifeless stare in her eyes caused Raphael to grip his stuff tighter. "She's bad news," he thought. "It seems you've already met my sweet little Beelzebub, Mikey," Lucifer says, a sly smile on her face. "I told him not to take the offensive on anyone until I gave the okay." She turns to Beelzebub, holding his face in her hands. "I'm sorry that he hurt you, my love," she says before whispering something inaudible in his ear. As she turns back to the angels, Beelzebub begins to groan and tremble before them. Suddenly, millions of insects fly in from the gate of heaven, merging together to form a dense, writhing orb. Beelzebub grabs it and eats it, doubling in size and letting out a green acidic ooze from his mouth. He now stands at almost 20 feet tall, his body juiced up from the insects he merged with and his anger fueled by the beating he received from Michael earlier. Lucifera slowly floats above the battlefield, her voice filled with authority. "Angels, surrender now, and you will exist to serve me in the new universe I create. Resist, and you will be eradicated along with the Creator's light." "Lucy, stop this now," Michael yelled. "We don't want to hurt you." "Hurt me? Lucifera scoffs, her voice filled with sarcasm. Maybe you should worry about yourself. With lightning-quick speed, Beelzebub lunges at Michael, catching him off guard. Michael's mind races. He's fast, as he realizes that not only is Beelzebub now stronger, but he's also faster. But before he can react, Beelzebub lands a devastating blow, sending Michael flying across the battlefield. Gabrielle screams out his name as she rushes to his side, her wings propelling her forward at blinding speed. She hovers above him, her eyes filled with concern as she sees the extent of his injuries. She quickly carries him to Raphael, hoping that he can heal him. Raphael's heart aches as he sees the look of shock on Gabrielle's face. She's never seen Michael take a hit like this before. He attempts to heal Michael's wounds by rewinding time, but to his surprise, the wound does not heal. Was it because of the gas Lucifera spread over the kingdom? No. As he looks at Beelzebub, he quickly realizes that the green acidic ooze dripping from Beelzebub's mouth and hands is the cause. It somehow interferes with his localized time manipulation, preventing the wound from healing. It's a bad situation, he thinks to himself, and it's clear that Lucifera had planned her attack well, knowing each of the angel's weaknesses. But Michael, being the stalwart leader that he is, smacks Raphael's hand away, stands up, and laughs. The wound, though severe, is not enough to take him down. That was a good hit, Busy Bee, or whatever your name is. But you should have taken me out with that hit. You'll never get the chance again, he declares. With an earth-shattering stomp, Michael lets out a deep, guttural roar, and his body begins to change. His muscles bulge, growing larger and more defined, as if they're made of molten steel. His wings burst into flames, becoming a blinding inferno that seems to consume him entirely. As his transformation reaches its end, Michael's body expands to a towering height of 15 feet, dwarfing everything around him. His once-tame hair is now a fiery inferno, casting flickering orange light in every direction. Two mighty wings, each blazing with the same intense heat as his hair, unfurl from his back, sending gusts of wind that shake the very earth. Even his once shimmering armor is now engulfed in raging flames, emanating so much heat that it's hard to look directly at him. His eyes burn with an intense fury, and his voice echoes like thunder as he speaks. Angels, the entirety of existence culminates to this moment. 13 billion years has led to right here, right now. Today, we decide if the light of the Creator will continue to shine or if the darkness will consume all that we hold dear. So today, let us raise our swords, our wings, and our voices, and let us give it all we've got. Today, we will decide the fate of the universe, and I have faith that with your courage and your strength, we will emerge victorious for the Creator. As they charge forward with the determination in their eyes, their wings spread wide, they soared towards the demons, swords and spears at the ready. The demons, matching their determination, let out a roar of their own. They charge towards the angels, their own weapons held high. They seem almost eager for the fight to come, their eyes alight with a fierce hunger for battle. As the two sides met in the middle of the field, the sound of clashing swords and shields filled the air. The ground shook beneath their feet as the two armies fought with all their might. As the battle of heaven begins, there are more questions than there are answers. Will Michael in his final form be enough to handle Beelzebub? Can Raphael find a way to regain his temporal powers before he battles Lilith? And for Creator's sake, where the hell is Azazel? When it goes live, you can watch part 4 of Blessed Genesis on the right side of the screen. Until then, subscribe by pressing the circle on the left side and push that notification bell to watch it premiere live in a few days.